What is up, everyone? Today I'm bringing you another first place deck profile. As you can see, back to back this year. I won the state. This was for NZ Open. If you haven't seen that, I won that with Mathmech, but obviously Mathmech is not real right now. It's not dead, but it's still not the best. We also got the prize card, of course. I only lost one round, and that was the first round. So I thought I was gonna lose the whole thing, but then I just didn't lose at all after that. So I'll go through the deck. First of all, of course, we have 3 blue, 3 jet, 2 red, and 1 carrot. I didn't play Pixies, but Pixies, I wish I had it maybe in the side deck. I would add it in the future just so you can out like Psychic and Punisher and Towers monsters. 2 red I think is pretty good. I do like searching the other one, turn 2. Then next up, of course, we have the normal summon. The Diva package is definitely not necessary. You should not play it. That's too many normal summons. And you're definitely going to brick on them. If you open this plus Diva, that does nothing. Everyone should be playing this if you're playing the non-runic builds. And then we have the small Mellfy package, of course. Mellfy Penny and Mellfy Caddy. Shout out to Andrew. This was so nice. I like this package a lot. Only 2 cards. Even if you open Penny, it's not that bad because Caddy can return and you don't have to search. So the search is optional. So even if they normal summon and you have Caddy and Penny already in hand, you can still return Caddy. And then if you have a Beaver in deck, you can just search a Beaver for follow-up, which is crazy. I did that a couple times. I didn't search Penny. I do like this. I'll definitely keep playing this. I don't think this is cuttable. Then we have 2 Fenris. Shout out Marshall. 2 Fenris. I put these in like literally 5 minutes before the deadline. Deadline was midnight. I put them in at 11:55, and I'm so glad I put them in. I was really thinking about this. I do play Nib. They do conflict, but Fenrir went crazy. It was so nice, especially against Mirror Jade. If you ever played Sprite, you know Mirror Jade is a big deal to out. So Fenrir gets rid of it, and it also baits out stuff. Like if you special Fenrir, they have to book it. If they don't know where you're on, like they have to book Fenrir, and then you can just normal summon Beaver and just basically kill them. I probably wouldn't bump it out to 3. I think 2 is enough. Then we played hand traps, 3 Ash, 3 Nib, 2 Bell, 2 Veiler, and 3 Imperms. Yeah, I decided to go for hand traps and Sprite. Before I wasn't a big fan, but the format is so wide, you kind of need hand traps to stop everything. If someone sounds like a rival at Ignister and you don't have hand traps, you're kind of cooked. Like you can't really do much. Bell was definitely the worst. I did put this in mostly against Labyrinth, but it didn't win me a game like ashing or belling the birth for follow-up. Like I left their birth up and then just belled it and won me the game. And also Veiler. Veiler could go up to 3 for sure. I didn't play that many cash. Like every round I played was a different deck. So these went crazy, especially Nib. People underestimate Nib. They don't run in the main deck. Nib should be in your main deck for sure. Cash still plays into it. Like greedy cash players are there. Like cash player I played, he summoned a Rysard and then when birth, summon back Ogre, Nib, and that won me the game. Just Nib literally won me the game. We have the spells. So we play 3 Prosperity. Don't play Sprite if you don't have these. Now you can play it, but it's gonna be so much worse. Prosperity is so good. Then we have 2 starter. Of course 3 is better, but 2 is still fine. Like the hit was not that bad. It never really came up where I was like, oh, I need another starter. Like most of the time you just search this on turn 1 and then turn 2 you just kill them with Gamma Burst. Yeah, Gamma Burst was the MVP. I didn't run this before, but Andrew told me to play it, and yeah, I had to. I had to play it. It came up almost every game. So yeah, before I was like, oh, it's a brick, I don't want to. No, you have to play this in the main deck. You actually have to if you're playing the hand trap build, because you just hand trap them, stop them, they can't do anything. Basically, you just make sure they end on nothing and just go blue, jet, add Gamma Burst, kill. That's it. It's so nice. And of course smashes. I didn't play double cross in the main deck. I played it in the side deck. Double cross, if you open it going second, is pretty bad, and then also going first, like most of the time you search this or smashes. But also there is one reason why I would play double cross in the main deck, and I'll explain that later. And then I played Harpies and Cosmic. This is kind of weird, but I did play like 2 Cosmic, 1 Harpies, but then I put Bells in, so I had to take out something, so I took out 1 Cosmic. But Harpy went crazy. Back row in this format was also very good. Like as I said, I played different decks every game. And even if you clear like 2 or 3 back row, like that's still +1 or +2 just of 1 Harpies. So yeah, it's pretty nice. Also against Despia. Despia is still a back row deck, always has been. So this just basically kills their whole board. And then for the last card, 41st card, we have Ibli. Ibli won me the whole thing, the whole event, but It was so bad. Day one, like 8 rounds of Swiss. It was so bad. And then after that, top 4, not really. And then finals, they won me the finals. But first day, it was so bad. I never summoned this pretty much. Like, I never went for this. Against Branded and against Cash, it's pretty much an FTK. Branded cannot out this. And Cash, like, they can run Lingoribo, but a lot of Cash players are not. This is where Double Cross comes in. So I played it in the side deck. So if you set up an Ibli and you're full board, in battle phase, they go declare an attack. So you can go Double Cross, target blue, special brew from grave, and then sprint, Chainlink 2, detach from this, bounce the sprint, and they cannot crash the Ibli, and you also get the search. So basically then they realize, because they think like, oh, you have a link, okay, I'll just crash it easy. No, you bounce itself, because sprint can bounce itself. A lot of people don't know that. Even Spright players don't know that. Shout out Giles. Before we get to the extra, shout out to Ray, shout out to Marshall, shout out to Andrew, shout out to Ross and Rooker for testing, JBO, Liam, everyone in Patience YGO, and also my team, Team Prophecy. Make sure to check them out down below in the description. Actually, that is definitely not perfect, but yeah, I'll get to it. So 2 Gigantic Sprite, definitely need 2. Like turn 1 and turn 2, you always summon 2. Pretty much every game I went for 2 Gigantics. Then we have the Zeus package. So we have Mosquito, we have Downard and Zeus. And I also played Sky Cav. This was mainly for Mirror Jade, but I didn't really play any Despia. But I guess it can come up against Despia, so I really didn't summon Sky Cavalry that much. I don't know, I still need to do more testing for this, if it should say or no, because there was some other cards like IP and Cerberus that did come up. I just wanted to be safe. And then Mosquito, this card is sometimes just game. Like it's such a nice option. And also you don't take battle damage, you can just, even if it's like close to time, you can just attack, make Zeus, whatever, and then yeah, down on Zeus. Maybe even bump Zeus up to 2, just so if you can hand trap Unicorn, like if you Ash Unicorn or Theosis, like they can rip one of your Zeuses. But then again, this is just game then. If they rip your Zeus, you just kill them with this. So I don't know if you need 2 Zeus. Summon this 0 times, never came up. Actually, summoned it once just to make Zeus, and then just lost the game. So it doesn't matter. Like Mannequin Cat didn't really come up. Maybe I'll start playing the Mannequin Cat targets. So maybe then it becomes better, but I feel like you always want to go for Mellfy, so Mannequin Cat doesn't really come up. On the Bimaru, this card has to be in Sprite. Like, if you don't play this, you're crazy. Gem Buster, never summoned this, but it can come up if you open like Beaver Starter and go uninterrupted. But that happens almost never, so it's definitely cuttable as well. Sometimes you can summon it, like if you really open the nuts and they have nothing. But then again, you should be already winning that, so. Phoenix, always nice to have for back row stuff. Just the out floodgates. Then of course you have 1 sprint. I don't play 2. As I said, like if Cash rips this, then you have Zeus, then you have Mosquito as well. And then of course we have the Mellfy package. So I played 2 Synchros and 1 Mellfy. Also the negate effect and the one that stops the attacks comes up a lot actually. Like if they summon a Fenrir, you just go Caddy effect, bounce itself, and then they can go like Fenrir effect, and then you go to Chainlink 2, target Fenrir, does nothing, and also it's negated while it stays face up. So don't forget that. That's something I learned during the event. The bounce can be nice. I really went for this, but I mean, it still could be nice. If they go like normal summon Angler, you can just bounce it, and then you still have red and stuff on field to negate. So I would still play this, like I wouldn't cut it. And then of course Arclight, you have to. And also the banish effect can come up. It didn't come up for me, but yeah. And then Almirage, shout out Andrew. So you have to play Almirage instead of Lingoribo, just because if you normal summon Ibli, if that's your only play, like if you open Ibli blue, like normal summon Ibli is your only play there. So if you normal summon Ibli, you want to make Almirage so they can't crash it. Because if you go for Lingoribo, then they can crash Ibli and just keep playing. So Lingoribo pretty much does nothing. Of course, it's like Lingoribo just more greedy because you can negate a trap and also out there Ibli, but who's Ibli locking? And then we have the side deck. So we have 3 anti-spell for going first and double cross. Best card in the side deck. If you're not playing this format, you're actually crazy. This card is insane. It won me so many games. Like there was a few games where I just flip anti-spell, they set 4 and pass. And of course, none of those were traps. So yeah. So if you anti-spell them, you kind of have to search Gamma Burst on turn 1 and then set it. If you like Ibli lock them and you have anti-spell and you try to kill them, you can Gamma Burst. So that's one of the reasons I don't like anti-spell. But other than that, I think anti-spell is too broken against everything. A lot of decks just rely on spells. Like before, you used to appoint her, they rip the Dark Ruler. But now this is the only way to really out Dark Ruler. You can play Judgment, but this is just better than Judgment in my opinion. So yeah, anti-spell, definitely play it. Red Resonator, didn't summon this once. I want to cut this so bad, but I still want to keep it in just in case, but it never came up. It didn't go into time until the finals. So yeah. Next up we have 3 Duel. Duel is such a crazy card. You need to play this. Like, main deck, probably not. Side deck for sure. At least in the side deck. If you're not playing Duel, you're insane. Duel covers way too many matchups. Lost Bell because I was playing 2 in the main deck for Labyrinth, for Branded, or whatever. Even random decks. Oh, actually the second Cosmic. 3 Dark Rulers. Spright was pretty popular this event, and Spright will be more popular going forward because so many people played. I saw the list from other nationals. There was so many Sprites. So yeah, Dark Ruler. Even if it was in the main deck, I probably wouldn't be mad. And then 2 Lightning Storms. Yeah, you put this in against Despi, you put this in against everything pretty much. Sword Soul, like pretty much anything that makes a board, you can clear the back row or front row. So it's pretty nice. Yeah, so that's it. Make sure to hit the like, hit the sub, and hopefully we get another first place deck profile for the next event.